Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So today we're going to make the national dish of Austria, Wiener Schnitzel. So we can't live on Wiener Schnitzel alone, so we must also have a side dish, which I'm about to prepare, some German potato salad. So did some prep work ahead of time. What I have here is about 3 good-sized Yukon Gold potatoes all diced up. I have a small sweet onion all diced up. I have some water, sugar, salt, pepper, white vinegar, and bacon. So I'm going to get to going on the potato salad first. First thing to do, it's a lot of firsts. First thing to do is to get these potatoes in a pot, fill it with water just above there, and then get them boiling. And then we're going to let them go for about 10 minutes. Another thing we need to get going is the bacon. So I have a skillet on the stove, gonna switch it to medium-high heat, and then fry up these 4 pieces of bacon until crispy. Gonna get some green onion tops diced up for the garnish. All right, bacon's off, but we got that beautiful grease behind, and we're going to utilize it. I'm going to knock the heat down to about medium-low, and I'm going to start getting these onions browned. This is one of those very rare meals at the Galley of the Sun that I'm not using garlic, but I'll tell you, onions, browning, and bacon grease is a damn good smell. Okay, so the potatoes have been boiling for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to get them off the stove and get those drained as the onions continue to brown. Now I'm not a normal potato salad fan, but German potato salad, totally different animal, and it's served warm. Fantastic stuff. Once your bacon is cool to where it won't hurt your paws, crumble up half your bacon. Now you had 4 slices. You have a calculator on your iPhone. It's 2 pieces. The other 2 pieces are going to go on the top as garnish. All right, I'm pretty happy with the brownness of my onions now. So the rest of the ingredients go in. The vinegar, the water, the salt, the sugar, the pepper, the bacon, and the potatoes. And then we're going to get those mixed together. We're going to bring all this to a boil. All right, once we hit the boil, the bacon and potatoes will go in there, and then all we're doing is mixing everything up to get everything warm. So once we get to that point, then we're going to set it aside on a different burner on low heat, and we'll get working on the Wiener Schnitzel. We're there, we're boiling. In goes the taters. Precious. As that's starting to simmer there, we get the last 2 pieces of bacon crumbled up for our garnish. Set that aside, and we'll set up our Wiener Schnitzel station. All right, so I got a skillet heating with about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of vegetable oil, and we need that to get to about 370 degrees. That way, when we put the Wiener Schnitzel in there, the temperature won't drop much below 350, is right where we want it. So now we set up our station. First thing, there are a few keys to making very good traditional Wiener Schnitzel. One is that the eggs must be very well beaten. So what I have here is 4 extremely young boneless, skinless chicken. We're going to get those into a bowl. And then we're going to beat those eggs like they spent our rent money on dirty magazines. And we'll put this away. On this tray is going to go a cup of breadcrumbs. And heck, I have just a little bit more. Might as well use it all. And on this tray goes a cup of all-purpose flour. Okay, it's non-traditional time. This is not the most authentic Wiener Schnitzel in the world. This is just a tribute. But I'm going to put some of this Cattleman's Grill Italiano seasoning, mix it in with the flour. About a tablespoon. Absolutely love the flavor of this stuff. Get that mixed in. Okay, oil's about 317. It's getting there. So, Wiener Schnitzel. As I said before, the national dish of Austria. It is a law in Austria that if it's called Wiener Schnitzel, it must be veal. Can you make this with pork? Absolutely you can. It just will not be Wiener Schnitzel. It will be Schnitzel? I don't know. I don't speak Austrian. And surprisingly, the people in Austria don't speak Austrian. They speak German. Yeah. Read it in Wikipedia. Has to be true. Typically, you would use veal loin for this. You would get about half-inch cutlets, and then you would take a piece of parchment paper, put your cutlet down, another piece of parchment paper, get your meat tenderizer, and just whack the crap out of it until it's somewhere around 1/8 of an inch thick. When I went to my butcher, they did not have veal loin. So I got a cut called veal scallopini, which they told me comes from the top round. It looks already like it's 1/8 of an inch thick. So we're going to skip the beaten today. We will save all the beaten for the eggs, and that has happened. Okay, we're there. My oil's at 370. So first, we're going to take our first cutlet here, and we're going to get it fully coated with flour. And I know you can see where we're going here. There is a twist. So then we get that in the egg wash. Okay, now it's fully coated in the egg wash. One of the keys to excellent Wiener Schnitzel, first I said before that it was to very finely beat those eggs. Two is when you put it in the breadcrumbs, resist the urge. Do not press down. Just let them pick up what they pick up. That supposedly gives you a much more lighter, crispy coating, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So make sure my breadcrumbs are spread out. Take it out of the egg wash. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to turn around to my oil. I'm going to flip this over, get the other side of it, and then as I lay it in the oil, I'm going to lay it away from myself. Safety first. Bourbon first, safety second, but it's a close second. And there we go. Now it's going to fry for about just a couple minutes per side. Doesn't take very long at all. Remember, veal is young cow, and beef, we eat medium rare roast beef all the time at 135. We don't have to get this very done. We just want to make sure it's good and crispy. And then we're going to take it out and put it on the rack and then continue the process. Hey, if you like what you saw here today, make sure you hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. You'll find out when we release our videos every Monday, every Thursday, damn near every Friday, and some other times too. Do you make your Wiener Schnitzel different? Put it down in the comments. Is there something you'd like to see us cook? Put that down in the comments too. Now, let's get all this together and give it a try. All right, it's time to feed the masses, but before this cools down too much, let's give it a try real quick. First, the tater salad. Very good. The sugar in there really gives it that German flavor. Delicious. Now we'll try the Wiener Schnitzel. Oh. Mega tender, very crispy. Definitely got a winner here. Well, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Join us next time on the Galley of the Sun. Until then, fair winds and following seas. And then we're going to beat those eggs like they spent our rent money on dirty magazines. Then we're going to beat those eggs like they spent our rent money on Friends action figures. Then we're going to beat those eggs like they spent our rent money on antique Tupperware.